Hello, this is Misty Catherine, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Aurora. Right, as I said in a couple of videos, Aurora is the best tank in the game. She is one of the best heroes in the game, and she is absolutely a must-have hero that I recommend everybody get and invest in. Right, and in this video I want to focus more on like what your focus should be when you're leveling up, when you're developing her, like which should be your priorities. Right. I mean, in the long term, right, you definitely need a big part of Aurora is having Kane as a patron, right? Kane, he gives bonus energy every time a hero dodges. Aurora, as a tank with the dodge ability, she'll be right up in front, giving her lots of opportunities to dodge, greatly increasing her energy generation. But until you can get pets and get Kane up to Violet rank, that's not going to be an option if you're like a new player or if you're just starting out. Right, but early on, one of the things you really want to do is get her dodge skins, right? Like this is her first, like the first thing you should be buying. Like if you want to spend some money in this game, this is one of the first purchases you should make is buying this Nordic skin for Aurora, right? And when you buy that, you'll actually get a 3,500 skin stones with that, so you can start putting some levels into this to get her a dodge boost, right? Then skill-wise, again, I want to just cover this briefly. Like, you want to get her to Violet rank, so you unlock this Rainbow Halo ability and keep this leveled up. Right, Rainbow Halo greatly increases her magic mitigation. Aurora actually ends up with the best magic mitigation in the entire game when she's max level and the skill's maxed out. So skills are very important for her. Then we go into glyphs again. Dodge should be your priority. This should be the first glyph you max out, and I would focus there. Right after that, rather than going health and strength, because of the dodge changes, Aurora gains energy equal to the amount of life lost that she would have lost if she dodges. Even though she didn't lose life, she gains energy to the equals to life she would have lost. So until you can get Kane to like a usable level where she can get the patronage ability, I actually recommend keeping her health a bit lower, right? So I would focus on like these glyphs last after dodge. So I think glyph order, you want to do dodge, magic penetration second, right? Magic penetration for Aurora is very important, right? As she gets at all of her abilities, do magic damage, but she doesn't get a lot of penetration in her items. She doesn't have any penetration or artifacts. A majority of the penetration Aurora will ever get is in this one glyph. So maxing that out greatly increases her penetration. And then after penetration, I would do magic attack, strength, and then health last, right? If you get Kane, then you can start focusing on these health and strength glyphs a lot more. And this goes same with the skins, right? After you get the Nordic skin maxed out, I would move to the Devil skin, then the Spring skin, then the default skin, and then artifacts. You should definitely focus on the Celius Legacy first, right? This when she uses her ult, she puts up a buff that gives dodge to the entire team, right? This greatly increases her own dodge, but also allows the rest of your team to dodge attacks. And again, the rest of your team will get that bonus energy if they dodge. So getting this up as high as you can, as fast as you can, is highly recommended artifact-wise. This should be your main focus on artifacts until you get this maxed out. Secondly, you should get the Book of Illusions high as you can. This also raises her dodge, also gives her a bit of health. Arena Strength is a much lower priority. This really only increases her health, and as I said, right, until you get Kane to where he's giving her a lot of bonus energy, right, having a bit lower health isn't necessarily a bad thing. You just need her to have enough health so she's not dying quickly, right, because at the low levels, if your dodge is high enough, she will dodge most of the physical attacks. Her Rainbow Halo will allow her to mitigate most of the magic damage coming in, right? So long as you have sufficient healing, you will, like I said, Aurora will be just a perfectly good tank, even with low health, just because she will be mitigating so much damage, and being able to keep up those extra dodge buffs will make up for whatever extra life you would have given her. So that is definitely a consideration. So that should be last priority on artifacts. Now, obviously, these are not necessarily hard and fast rules, right? If you need you find out you need some extra health, do not be afraid to put some levels in these health glyphs, right? Like, you know, the important thing is that, you know, she's surviving. She has, right, even if enough dodge, like, you know, that she's mitigating and that she has enough health to survive, right? At lower levels, having lower health could greatly increase her energy generation, right? Right. But if you find out she's still, you know, doesn't have enough health to survive despite high dodge, you know, invest some levels into these health and strength glyphs, right? Like I said, these are not hard and fast rules. These are just kind of like as a general guide. And then, right, and then if you're getting items, you know, they're not too big of a deal. Like, just as long as you're like, at least Violet, so you have a Rainbow, or I guess Violet +1 to unlock that dodge glyph, right? I mean, beyond that though, right, just do them as you can. Like, items are good, but don't feel need to rush all the way to Red +2, right? Items are great, but they aren't as important as glyphs and artifacts and pets, right? You definitely want to have higher artifacts and glyphs and skins and pets far more than items, right? So anyway, those are just kind of like my recommendations on the best ways to focus on Aurora, especially early on, especially if you're just picking her up or if you're a new player. But Aurora is the best tank in the game. She's one of the best heroes overall and absolutely worth investing in. Anyway, I hope you found this video informative. Thank you for watching.